Okay, so I'm actually kind of really excited about this, and it's funny. I'd never, ever, ever get that celebrity kind of awe, or I just don't feel that with people. And I have one exception to that. And so I've been in many airports. I've been in front of celebrities. I've hung out with them, singers, athletes, whatever. To me, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, everybody puts their pants on the same way. But the one gentleman, if I had the chance to be able to sit down and talk with him, and I think I would probably be a little enamored with, or I would have a little bit of trouble talking with, is Tony Dungy. He was the coach for the Colts. He also coached in Tampa Bay. For those that are not NFL followers, he actually had an extremely successful career, became the first black head coach to win the Super Bowl, took his team to the playoffs 10 consecutive years in a row, which is incredibly hard in that type of environment, that type of competition. But the thing that really brought me out, I actually was doing a lot of study on leadership and trying to follow things. And my number one favorite book all time for leadership, and yes, there's a lot of great ones out there, but this is for me personally, is The Mentor Leader by Tony Dungy. So I wanted to do a quick review on this one because of how much this one has truly impacted me. And if I, like I said, if I ever get the chance to sit down, talk with Tony, I would be, that would be like my dream come true kind of a thing. And so when we're looking at this, the thing that really blew me away is how real he is and how transparent he is on the struggles that he had, the challenges that he had. And then, again, just the way that the book was written, it was not just Tony, but also, I believe it's Nathan Whitaker, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, that worked together to be able to create this book. And again, I highly recommend. In fact, I gave out my copy and I lost it. I don't know who I gave it out to, but so I had to go buy another one just because I like the book so much. But each of the chapters, it's all broken down into very practical tips on how to become a better leader, how to improve the influence that you have, to manage the impact, to take advantage of the impact, and saying that each individual is a leader, which is truly what the core of leadership is influence. And every individual who's either watching this, or you all have influence in some way. And this book, like I said, has just been one of the best books for that. There's so many different pieces in here. I actually struggling just to try to find one little snippet or something to be able to pull out. There's just so many different things. Let me maybe put this one, because this one's all about complaining. And it says basically not everyone will have the same impact. And he says, when we realize that we were all created with different gifts, abilities, it seems obvious that we also have different opportunities and levels of impact. And it kind of seems like that's common sense, but yet so many times we look at other people who are ahead of us, or we look at other individuals that maybe have a little bit bigger impact in what we think that they have a bigger impact, but yet we have the ability to impact those that are in our circle and in our lives. And it's so true. We're often looking out instead of looking at what we have to impact. And then he goes on to be able to tell a story, because he was complaining about some stuff, and he's talking about his father. His father was a teacher. His father was listening to him complain for a while, and then he started telling a story about his first job teaching, and it was in an Alexandria school system. It was still segregated in those days. And again, there was a lot of bad things that were going on. Yeah. So he was talking about, and his father started sharing the fact that he was looking from the aspect of, look, are the white schools better than the black schools? And maybe I should be in the black. And he could go down this downward spiral of feeling sorry about himself, or feeling bad about how messed up the system was, or on and on and on. But yet what he chose to do, instead of complaining about, is looking around and saying, how can I be the best impact for the kids that I have contact with? And I thought that was so true, because so many times we start complaining about the way life is. We complain about how things are, and we complain about this isn't right and that's not right. And so instead of complaining, this is the highlight. Stop complaining and act. Do something to make the situation better. So instead of actually complaining and looking at it, he said, okay, how can I leave an impact on those that I'm currently touching? And again, this whole book is filled with these types of really quick tips. They've got action tips, which I really absolutely love. They got questions in the back if you actually wanted to work through it with a group of guys. This is just one of the best books that I've ever read in regards to learning how to become a better leader, how to influence. And it's not just for CEOs. It's not just for business owners. It's for every individual out there who has somebody that they do have an impact with, whether it's a teacher, a parent. Everybody has some level of impact. So I strongly recommend this. Again, if I ever have the chance. The other cool thing is he actually runs a program, and I'd be amiss to say this, but he actually runs a program called All Pro Dad. If you ever have a chance to be able to check that out, great program to be able to help dads become better leaders for their kids. Again, great passion of mine, and I love that about Tony. I love where he's going with things. if you haven't read this one, by all means, if you don't look at any of my other book reviews, look at this one. Read this book. I'm telling you, it's the best. So that's all I got. We'll follow up with another one. I'll talk soon. Thanks.